Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle Seahawks fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the most exciting developments for the Seahawks this offseason. Rumors are swirling and they're pretty intense, specifically that the Seahawks might be eyeing a blockbuster move for Max Crosby, the star edge rusher from the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, you heard that right. The Seahawks, who have been steadily building a formidable defense, could be on the verge of adding a player who, quite frankly, is a game changer. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want a pass rusher of Crosby's caliber to push this defense into the elite tier? The Raiders, sitting at a brutal 3-13 record, are in full rebuild mode. They're basically throwing in the towel for this season, and sources suggest they're open to trading Crosby in exchange for a first-round pick in 2027 and a third-round pick in 2026. That's a pretty significant haul, especially considering Crosby's age and production. The Raiders are focused on shedding salary, around $25 million in cap space, so they can completely overhaul their roster, especially on the offensive line and in the secondary. This move would allow them to clear some cap space, focus on their rebuild, and maybe even target a promising quarterback in the upcoming draft. For the Seahawks, this isn't just about adding a star pass rusher. It's about transforming their entire defense. Crosby, who has accumulated 75 sacks over his career, is a nightmare for quarterbacks. Think of him as a predator prowling in the desert, relentless, agile, and always hunting. His ability to chase down passers and create pressure is second to none. Last season, he racked up 17 sacks, 30 tackles for loss, and 43 quarterback hits. His PFF grade of 92.6 reflects just how dominant he's been. In 2024, he had 14 sacks, already a solid number, but he's trending upward, surpassing his previous seasons. Crosby's explosiveness and consistency make him a perfect fit for a Seahawks team that needs to bolster its pass rush. Adding him to the defensive front alongside Boy Mafe could elevate the Seahawks' sack total by about 21, pushing their total from around 30 to a level that can really threaten opponents' offensive lines. And let's talk about the impact. The Seahawks have been searching for that spark on defense, trying to find ways to pressure the quarterback more consistently. Right now, they're sitting around 30 sacks, which is decent but not enough to truly dominate. Crosby could be the missing piece. Imagine Crosby lining up on the edge, teaming up with Mafe, creating mismatches and forcing double teams. His presence alone could lead to a +9 sack differential, helping the Seahawks turn up the heat every game. His ability to generate pressure translates into more turnovers, more forced incompletions, and a significant drop in yardage allowed per run. Last season, Crosby's stats against the run were impressive. 26 run stops, with a win rate of 31% in pass rush situations, and a pressure rate of around 29%. These metrics show he's not just a pass rusher, but a versatile defender who can help stop the run and set the tone for the entire defense. Now, some skeptics might point out that the Raiders are in a tough spot, giving up 28. 3 points per game and with a cap hit of around $11 million for Crosby. But for the Seahawks, this could be a steal. Since the Seahawks are already working on their cap space, this trade makes a lot of sense. It would cost them a first-round pick in 2027 and a third in 2026, but the value they'd get in return is massive. Crosby is still in his prime, and his production continues to climb. Plus, acquiring a player of his caliber could give the Seahawks a real boost in their Super Bowl odds. Right now, their chances are decent, but with Crosby, that could skyrocket. Bookmakers are already adjusting their odds, and adding Crosby could improve Seattle's odds from around +2,200 to about +1,000, an increase of roughly 55%. That's a huge shift, and it shows how much a player like this can influence the entire betting landscape. And speaking of impact, let's not forget about the broader implications for the Seahawks' defense. Adding Crosby doesn't just mean more sacks. It's about elevating the entire defensive unit. His presence could create more opportunities for other pass rushers like Mafe to get free and make plays. It could also help the secondary, which has shown improvement this season but still needs more disruption up front. Crosby's ability to command double teams and generate pressure could translate into more turnovers, possibly around plus 12 in takeaways, similar to the best defenses in recent Seahawks history. Think back to 2015, when Seattle's defense was a top 6 unit, and they racked up 46 sacks. Adding a player like Crosby could push them toward that level again, especially if he's paired with a secondary that's been tightening up, allowing fewer completions and forcing more turnovers. This move could also be a game-changer for the Seahawks' Super Bowl aspirations. With Crosby boosting the pass rush, the team could see a significant jump in their win probability against mobile quarterbacks, who are becoming more prevalent in today's NFL. His pressure EPA of about 52 per snap indicates he's highly effective at disrupting plays, and that kind of impact can be the difference between making a deep playoff run or falling short. Plus, with Crosby's ability to generate pressure without even needing to double-team him all the time, the Seahawks can deploy more creative blitz packages and stunts, confusing offenses and creating chaos. That's exactly what the Seahawks need: more chaos, more pressure, more wins. Now I know what some of you are thinking. How does this compare to other recent moves? Well, just look at the Browns with Myles Garrett or the 49ers with Nick Bosa at their peak. When you have that kind of dominant pass rusher, everything else on defense tends to fall into place. A Crosby acquisition could do the same for Seattle. It's not just about the sacks. It's about the intimidation factor, the game-changing plays, and the ability to control the line of scrimmage. If the Seahawks can bring Crosby into that fold, it's not far-fetched to imagine them raising their defensive standards to elite levels, making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks week after week. And finally, let's talk about the big picture. The Seahawks are building something special. They've got a young, talented defense that's improving every week, and adding a veteran star like Crosby would accelerate that process. It's about taking that next step, going from a good defense to a dominant one. With Crosby on board, Seattle's chances of winning the division, making a deep playoff push, and even contending for a Super Bowl become much more realistic. It's about making a statement, about showing the league that the Seahawks are serious about competing at the highest level for years to come. So yeah, this potential trade is a game changer. It's a bold move that could redefine what the Seahawks' defense can be. Crosby's already a proven superstar, and if the team pulls this off, it sends a clear message to the rest of the league. They're not just here to compete, they're here to dominate. The future looks bright, and this move could be the spark that ignites another Seahawks Super Bowl run. Stay tuned, Seahawks fans, because this offseason just got a whole lot more interesting. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. Do you think Crosby is the missing piece that can push Seattle over the top? Or do you believe there are other moves that might be more pressing? Either way, this could be a defining offseason for the Seahawks, and your voice is a part of that conversation. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned, and as always, go Seahawks.